can hear you.
So yesterday we talked about cron jobs. So what it is nothing but you have to schedule it. So like here I have one of the script here, right? If I want to schedule it like middle of a night, I would use that. So let's see here. I will figure that out later here. So let's take a look at this document here. This is pretty good here, the one we found yesterday. And so first, what do you have? Okay, this concept here. Okay, so I don't like that one. Okay, so what it is it's using the places of asterisk to run the command. Okay, so what will happen is first thing you have to what current job is you have to see already scheduled or not. So what you have to do, you have to do cron CRONTABL. It will tell you there are no tabs available. That means there are no jobs scheduled for it. So let's see here. Let me type cron tab -E. Okay, so this cron tab is blank here. So what does it mean here is it's not scheduled here. So let's take a look here. Okay, just to start working on it, let me just do one of them here. Okay, so what is it is each asterisk represent the time frame. So very first asterisk is it's uh, it's 0 to 59 minutes. Second asterisk is in hours, 0 to 23 hours. So this is in military hours. And then day of the month, 0 to 31. What what day of the month you want this script to run, and month 1 to 12, and then day of the week. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do okay, so think here. Oh, so I have this asterisk here. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna run the script here. So on this script run at say the 5th minute. What time is it now? 22 minutes, right? So I want this run at minutes 4 minute of the hour. And in which hour I want this right now? Here it's 11:22. So I'm gonna do 11, not this one. So I'm gonna leave this as is. So the hour is hour. And what is it I want to run? To run a command here. Let's do df-h. If it's gonna run in about 1 minute here, okay? Let me save and exit. Okay, so examples here. So we'll wait and see until 11:24 it turns to, and see if it's gonna run dff and h. 11:24. Okay, so it may not run, huh? For it to 24 to complete. Okay, so it's not running. So let's go take a look. Oh, okay, let me just do asterisk here. Okay. So let me try this here. Maybe it doesn't, the individual command doesn't work. So Let me do this slash. Which one? I like this one here. So let me just change this to the 30th or 20th minute, okay? Okay, so it's not working. Let me try something else here. CD slash temp. Okay, so I'm gonna RMF and RF. I'm gonna delete everything in here, right? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do touch F. I have about files here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna schedule something to delete those files from the temp folder here. So let's see, a cron tab -E. Okay. So I'm gonna schedule something at 10:30 a.m. So or 32, and then what time of the day I want to do this is hour is 11, and what do I want to do? I want to remove all the files from temp folder. M hyphen RF, okay, slash temp slash asterisk. This command does is it will remove all the files from the temp folder we just created. Let's see if it's going to work. The files are there.
Zafar by the command will be RM. I think you mistyped.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Not happening. So what I have to do is, let's see here. Let me edit this. Maybe it now I'm changing this here. Maybe it wants uh day of the week. What day of the week is this? This is Sunday, so it's 0. Okay. Now what month is this? 9. What is this? 11. Uh, oh, okay. Okay, I had it wrong all along. First is how many minutes is this? It's at 34th minute. Okay, so let me put it at 36 space. Then the hour I have to put down is 11 here. And then of the month is, and then what month is it gonna be? Let me just leave it asterisk. And then another asterisk, right? Total 5. So 1, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, now it worked. Did you see that?
All the files are gone at 6.
Okay. So let's to have some good visibility. So let's do uh, touch F. So we got 1,000 files here, right? So E. All you do is just save and exit, then it will take care of it. So we got 1,000 files here. So it's all gone. So what it is this is kind of powerful here. Normally you use this to do a backup. So let's see here. Okay, so this is the Mac program I want to run, right? So let's see if I could do that. Over here, you have to give the absolute path here, okay? So it was root slash this. And what hour? I'm going to put it on 38. right? Let's see here. Maybe a script like this probably won't work. So let me do is maybe we could try to create some files there, okay? So, see, what was the command we had here? Okay, so let's go into temp folder. Hmm. Maybe this is the wrong command, right? Is something wrong with this command? Good command. Why is it not doing? But anyway, you get the idea, right? Usually this is the cron job, you usually use it to run some kind of backup, do some kind of updates, things like that. When you work environment, you would know. This thing right here is a very good document here. So I'm gonna just put this in here. Concept, right? What is happening with the cron tab? Okay.
Basically, it's scheduling a script or a command uh, based on the time.
All you have to just if you just this little bit, then you would get the idea.
And always do in development first.
Yeah.
Don't delete files in production.
No, 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 I mean, don't do none of those things. I mean, that's how it works here. So just do it here. So what we did first is we did cron tab L to check. and then cron tab E to edit it. Now, what you could do is or what you could have a multiple cron tabs here. So this is kind of powerful here. You could have like thousands of cron jobs in here. Let's see. I want to make sure rm hyphen rf, and then let's delete something from home slash Zafar1, and here m hyphen rf slash temp, and then I'm going to set this as 47. So in the temp folder, let me run this here. Then let me run this into home Zafar. So we have 1,000 files here, and then 1,000 files in temp folder. So let's see at 47. We had it set at 47, right? Tab hyphen L. So let's see if it's going to do the magic at 47. So let me run ls. So it's gone. From the folder Zafar, it's gone. Okay, then let's do ls on the folder. It's gone too. This cannot access. What the? Oh, it deleted the temp folder? The temp folder is gone. Temp folder in there? See, I'm supposed I should have put in slash asterisk here. So since I didn't do that, it kind of deleted the temp folder here. So don't do that, okay? If you think you're going to leave the company, you know what you could set up. So I don't have to mention. All right, so let's move on. So what you have to do is edit this and put this in there. Okay. All right, so I think that's have enough explanation here. So what I'm going to do is the next concept I have is called kernel parameters. Okay, so I have this server here. So what will happen is you will get a request to modify the kernel parameters. So what will happen? Let me see what parameters is. I'm not getting good answer here. So let's see here. So what is kernel parameters? Kernel parameter is changing the behavior of the kernel. What does it mean? Okay, so actually I have to do it before you could understand. So to see the see the see the settings for the kernel, what you have to do is you have to type systemctl, sysctl, and then you type -a. So what it is here is there is a list of settings here that is defined in this place that that will set the size of the page or how a user want to use it. So you could put in the limits and all those in here. So what will happen is you will get common ones that you will get from the database team is to set the huge page. Okay, let me do free h. So we have like a we have 1 gig of RAM here, right? In actuality, the database servers would have actually 1 TB of RAM. Kind of average. Average is they have 1 TB of RAM, and what they wanted is sometimes they want this. You know how the page loads or how the database is running. They have something called huge pages. They want that set up to as 500 gigabytes. So how would that work? So what happen actually is they will send you a request to change the page size or something like that. So let's take a look here. What you have to do is have to say, for example, you have a request pages, right? Change huge pages. Okay, so let's see here what I meant. What you have to do is you have to do cat etc default and then you type grub and hit enter. So let's see here. Okay, so what's happening here is in memory. See what it is here in memory. Okay, so the size of the huge page here in the memory is zeros, and then the page size is 2048. So what will happen is you will get a request. You will get a request from application team that they want these things to be modified here. So how are you going to do that? What you have to do is you have to start making some changes. Thing you have to do is you have this line here, and then over here what you do is this line here, insert, you type transparent score huge page, and then what you do is you type always. Change and exit out of that. Then let's see, let's grab a cat it. There is also one place you have to change the size depending on the request. So how are you going to do that? vi/etc/sysctl sysctl.conf. So you go in this place here. Over here you type in .nr for page. Pages equals let me do 5. No, let me just do 2. 5. Okay, so let me save and exit. And let's take a look here. No, mem. So the size of the huge pages total over here is 0 here. We set it to 5. So not take an effect. So for you to be able to take effect, what you have to do is type sysctl. Before that, you have to type this command here, grub. So okay, hold on. I don't even know myself here. Did you find anything about this? Grub 2. Okay. So the command is to -mk config. Okay, what it does it will update the grub. And then let's go and see in memory that it has taken effect or not. Grab. So in memory, the huge pages are still set to 0. For this time, if you want to enable this in memory, you have to type sysctl. And then -p, have to type is etc/sysctl.conf. What happened here is now the huge page is set to 5. And let me go check the memory. And then the huge page is set to 5. What is actually happening here? So whenever a file is open, the file is set to 5, and then the page size is 2048 kilobytes. So let's do the math.
What is the huge page?
There is a database team that uses it. So whenever a file is being used, you know how the database file size could get big.
Yeah. Especially logs get bigger.
Yeah. So give you an example. Okay, let's do this. So the huge page size is set to 2048. Okay, so the file size over here, and then divided by 1024. Right now we set the huge page size to be how much? 10 megabytes. It's set to 10 megabytes here. In reality, the huge page size they really want it to be is 500 gigabytes. So here you will get a request here. Okay, set the huge page size to in the ticket you will get the request. Set the huge page size to say for example how much they wanted. And you set the huge page size to 500. okay, times 2048, and then divided by 1024. So in this scenario, if they set it to 5,000, they are asking for 1,000 gigabytes. So they want the huge page, a single file page size to be 1,000 gigabytes here, because database file size could like grow exponentially. When it's loading into the memory, so the memory is like you are modifying the kernel parameters so that the memory doesn't have any hiccups. Then it's going to be very critical for the database to have these things running without any hiccups. So you will get this silly request like this here, but anytime you're working on this kernel parameter, just check with your teammate how you would do it, and then based on that, then you could work through it. There are many kernel parameters. In AIX, there are 8,000 kernel parameters. They are like you could do 8,000 system modifications. So kernel parameters is how do I see the here? Look in here. This one, when the command is run, this parameter has a lot more information here. So we go in here. DC. So over here, you could continue on adding lot of lines in here. The more lines, so normally you would have about 15 lines in here, but it could go up to thousands. So this one here, it's saying is a kernel parameters for HS small SEM. You would know what all this means once you start working here. So but for the interview, what you have to do is how do you check the kernel parameters? You just type sysctl-a. And how do you load the kernel parameters without rebooting the system? tl-p/etc/sysctl.conf. So let me quit this. tl-a to check the existing. Okay, and then so you do vi. So what is the change we made? We made the change here. This is what we want here. Transparent pages is associated with the, this is the change we did here. And see here, via etc default grub. What you have to do is you have to go into this file here, via etc cctl. This is the default here. Okay, so we made these changes here. Okay, so okay, now for the changes to take effect, let's see here. You could also do grep huge and this one here. Okay, so we're gonna do the math. So if we do math here, let's see. Okay, so the size is how much? Okay, the huge pages is huge pages total. Pages total. The huge page size. Okay, the total is 5 and the size is 2048, and then total in megabytes is, so it's 10 megabytes. You could imagine 10 megabyte file is, generally speaking, is already a big file. So this file here, the one we've been using, this file is, I'm not sure how big this is. Let me check. The file I'm using, I have it here is I mean, since the start of the class, I'm building this file here. It's only the 3.7 megabytes here. Now it's set to 10 megabytes, but in reality, in the production system, they are set to 500 gigabytes. So you could imagine why this kernel parameters is being used so much. Okay, so this is what it is with the kernel parameters. System to take effect, you have to run this command grep to that mk2fs when you set this up, and for it to take effect is this command here.
But Zafar, I ran this command on my Linux 7, and I don't see the first line, the anon huge anon huge pages, and I don't see the last one, huge TLB.
Let's see here. Did you make any changes?
No, I didn't.
Let's see here. Didn't we? Yeah, first. I mean, maybe it will do those updates here. The system is grabbing those updates.
I have only one grub, and
when I initially started it, it was this here. It's all 0. But this, you said this one is 0 for you too?
no, I don't have that line, and I don't have the last line either. I ran the command grep huge proc/mem info. I have only anon huge pages, and then huge pages total and free, reserved, and SERP. And that
They are, once you do the changes, I believe it will insert those updates in the system for you.
okay.
But all systems are different. You can't really compare mine with yours. But in the production environment, they are supposed to be same.
Okay.
So I think that's about it for Linux here. But this is not end of all the Linux here. I mean, what I've showed you so far is pretty good and a pretty detailed information, but this is not end of everything. You're going to learn a lot of stuff, but I showed you you should be able to land a job, at least $50 an hour. You should be able to get that. And I highly recommend you all to